Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. And more importantly, welcome back to Oakenwood, our Permadeath series. We made an agreement yesterday that we're going to end game this, and we're going to carry on with that. We are going through a 94-day drought, and we want these guys to survive. I'm not trying to get to the end of this anytime quickly. And in order to be able to do that, I think we need to try and give these guys as much of a chance as we possibly can. So we're going to stop the centrifuges, which make the extract, which they put and use for adult beavers. We're not allowed to turn the birthing pods off, but we never said anything about restricting the resources going to them. They will still create the children beavers. There are 264 berries left, and we still have water supplying to the bushes around those areas, which is great. I am concerned that they're not going to make it, but we're going to be optimistic about it. We're going to see where we get to. We're going to dive in. We're going to speed up time, and we're going to start this episode. Now, the last episode, we built a really disgusting area. Now, if you watched the highlight videos, you can probably hear me laughing deliriously about this design that I created for this thing. It is a mess. It is an absolute mess. None of it works. It's horrible. The whole thing is just awful. We're going to do what I should have done on the last episode, and we are taking this thing out. Boom. An absolute mess. This thing turned out to be, and just everything about it was just ugly, horrible, wasn't going to work, and I can't even believe I can't even believe I went along with the design for as long as I did. And on my highlight video, I talk about the difference between playing a game and streaming, and I might even talk about that more. This is, as some of you know, this is the first time I've ever created content, and certainly ever created anything for this game. And you kind of get into a moment where you just have to talk as you build and go for it. And that just leads down this crazy line of discovery. And that's kind of what we saw with that monstrosity that I built last time. We are going to try this again, but we're going to do it a little bit better this time. And I think one of the things that we can do is see where this is coming in. This seems like a really good place for us to have our district crossing. You have a path that comes in and it kind of rings around here. So if we were to create anywhere that would make sense for this to come to a stop, I'm going to put my cards on here. So we're going to make a metro station. That guy's going to come into there, and we are going to tie this together here. So that metro station ties it into this district here, and we're going to have we'll probably have the district crossing down here because the pathway will come into it. So we've got this straight line that runs through here. It's kind of a straight line. And we will like that. And then we will have our district crossing here. We'll make a space for it. We'll make a space for it there so they can easily do it. Now, yes, this is going to be one of the district crossings, but I still think that our building district crossing is over here, and there is a difference between the two. One of them will export goods, which is this one, and the other one will accept things like wood, metal. All of the stuff you need to build a colony is probably going to be over here. I mean, we could tie it in. Do we tie that into our main colony? Let's have a think. I don't want to make the mess that I just made previously. I don't want to make the mess that I made on my previous build on this. Do we do that? Oh, it's going to get really messy down this central line if we do it, but then we can... Oh, here we go. Here comes the insanity already. It's just starting again. We're just going to... Okay. New design. Let's just not question. I'm just going to dive in. So there's my district crossing there. And goes through there. We want to have a bit of a pathway here. Okay, what are you going to be? You are going to be gears. Do I need dynamite here? Probably not, but they might pass it through to another colony that comes behind this. So we'll put that in. What else do we have? We need to put in... Let's put in... What have we got here? Logs. Wooden planks. We're not going to do what we did last time and forget the metal blocks. We did that on the food district. Okay. Now we need to make a little bit of a deck to another level. And then this is where... Think about this before I do it. That's not going to work. Because we are going to have a path that runs around here. What we can do is bring that off the top here. That goes down there. And then we're going to have another path that runs. This is what I should have done. And I built my last. Come on. There we go. Right, we also need... water, which is storage. And because this is the bottom, we're not going to go crazy with this. We're going to put two things down here where we're going to put in extract and we're going to put in water like this. They can go in there. That's good. I'm happy with that. And then we could, on top of this, put in another two for grease for when we get robots. I'll put a coffee one in. We haven't got any coffee places yet, but we will in the future, so we may as well future-proof this one because it is going to be at the bottom. I am going to build over the top of all of this. How crazy are we getting already? Okay, I don't want to go too high. That last one went really, really high. Right, I think I have all of the building materials that I need in order for them to start building. What I could do is on top of here, let's go one backwards. We can just put some berries in and we'll just put in I still can't say whatever that is. I'm not going to try it. One there, and then we can... I love the spiral staircases. They are so much fun. And because we have the ability, let's put a teeth grinder in, and then let's also put a back scratcher in there and there. That is a really neat block. And this block here will provide all of the materials and wood that these guys are going to need to carry on any building that's happening here. So that's good. Happy with that. Question is, where do I put the district crossing? That will come later. That will come much later when we go up. So the plan is going to be here, is to create a deck. Well, that's perfect. Is to create another deck on top of this. And I want... Oh, do I do... Oh, that's a... Oh, I don't know now. I've just said that. It looks like we have enough space to clear. Which is perfect. It does. For us to be able to build on top of this, how did these... I had one there. How does that sync up to what's below it? I'm not really happy with that. I think it'll be probably better to utilize what we've got here and simplify the step up, which means it's going to be this across here. Like this. And then we can probably... I'm going to need one to start going up. Doesn't matter which way. And then another one to reach that deck. And then this will take us up to the top deck. And then we can bring this across here. And then this will take us up to that deck there. That's all wonderful. I am happy with that. What I could do to make this more efficient, if it'll let me, is use these instead. Like this. Was that a good thing to do? Yeah, that was a great thing to do. There we go. That's nice and neat, and that's tucked under there nicely. And we've got our little step there. It goes into the next one. I'm actually thinking that these should be 4s, just because that allows me to build a 3 on top of it, and then I've got a path around it. So this is good. I'm happy with this. What I would like to fit in here... Oh no, I wish that was a back... Oh, I wish that was back 1. I could have put a... Can I still do it? I could have put a metro in here. I could have put a metro in this for the second floor, which takes them up to the next level. I'm going to do it. I'm going to sneak one in. We're going to sneak a metro in. Okay. And then we're going to bring up this metro to that level, which means these here can be changed to 5s. This one can be changed to a 5, and then this one is a 5. Okay. That's good. And then this comes down to that level 1, this comes down to that level 1. And then we need to do some messing around here to get that district crossing to work. It'd have to go in. Oh, it might be okay, actually. It'll have to go in here. We just have to fix these stairs. They can't do that, which is a shame because it's really nice. They're going to have to do that. Right. Okay, this is just looking so much better. I know we've got this massive pass through here. We might be able to put like a metro line going through there. We could do that. If this all had a... Do you know what? Let's put it in now. We're going to put a 1 through here. And then we're going to stick our metro line. Oops. Coming through the middle there. Like this. 2 there. Let's just pull this out the other side. Like that. There we go. Neat. That's looking so much better than it was last time. So everything down here is the facility in order to get them all of the resources that they're going to need to carry on the build. And now we're going to build out. Let's do the water. This is going to need a lot of water to work. Now we could be really... Oh, I've just had... No. Oh, I just had a thought where I could create water pumps down the side and lift that water up to a higher level. Why? That would look good though, wouldn't it? Could have like a floating city up there. That would look good. Why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I do that? That would look insane. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't. I've got enough power. Okay. We're going crazy. I can't help myself. I need to do a creative build on this game because I keep doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Destroy that one. Put those there. Come on. Why wouldn't you let me do that? Okay, there we go. 1, 2. 6s across there. 2s and 2s. And then we are going to put... Oh, does this work? It could. Okay. What? This is going to be mad. I'm just thinking in my head how this is going to work, and in order to start this process working, I'm going to need Why won't... Oh. Right. Think I'm going to need... Okay, so we are going to do this insane design. Why not? I mean, we've already gone quite far with insanity on this build. We may as well carry on. What we're going to do is on each side of this... Is that a pathway? Yeah, it is. On each side of this, we're going to bring the water for our farms up to the top deck, and we're going to pump it out of the basin here. Don't ask me why. It's just don't ask. It's this is kind of why I need to do the end game on this permadeath series, and we can think, if everyone's interested and you want me to, I can do a bit more of a silly creative build session, and we'll definitely create that in a different way. It won't be like this. Well, you know what? I don't know. Do many of you watch Twitch? If you guys watch Twitch out there and you'd be interested on me doing a Twitch stream and we can hang out together and we can chill out and 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's just play some Timberborn and chat. Then we can do that. I've never streamed before. I do spend a lot of my time watching other streamers. It's this side, wasn't it? Okay. I think what I might go and do is turn the reservoir off on the other side of this to also help these guys survive. Let's go in, unless it's already too late. Yeah, it's already too late, look. Maybe not. Is it flowing through there? No, it's closed. It's too late. Fine. Fine. 83 days. That reservoir is low. But they're still pumping water out. 31k of 44. So they have a lot. What's going on everywhere else? What's happening up here? 40 beavers up there. Are these guys still doing what they should be doing? It looks like it. I think they're still producing metal bars. How about you guys? Are you still producing food? Yeah, we've got food. Got 11k food. And quite a lot in storage as well. They get through a lot of corn. I might have to increase the amount of cornfields over the eggplants, because that looks pretty full. But then again, yeah, okay. Some things to learn there, but all the food factories seem to be running. I'm not really sure what they're building at the moment. Look at this mess here. It's so ridiculous how they're building this. It's just this crazy jigsaw piece that sticks out there just so we can build across the water to get to reservoir 3. That's so silly. I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Got some windows there, look. Windows are in. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We do have... Okay, well, there's someone in there. It's good to see that these trees have managed to grow, because that's got a lot of water underground there that's going to keep that going. So you probably noticed from my voice I'm still sick, so I keep muting the microphone so I'm not coughing down it, which I don't think any of you would appreciate. I think I might chop these trees down. We may as well get the lumber in here. So let's chop all this, and we'll unpause that. There we go. We'll get some more wood out of that. We may as well. Okay, everything else looks, I mean, it is what it is, right? We are day 81, 31,000 water. The water is running out of all the reservoirs. They are still pumping water. 191 beavers. It's a lot. It's a lot of beavers. And 417 berries, so they are not going to stop having baby beavers anytime soon. Okay, well, we are going to go back to what we were working on. And that was this structure here. I don't know how high this has to go yet, but it cannot be built like this. We'd have a... hold on a minute. This might not work. I might have to come one out anyway. I think I do. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Let's put that back. Did I do it that side or the other side? I did the other side. Let's put that back. This will make sense in a moment. I need to put the pumps can't come down here. They have to come down next to it. So we do have to make this jut out. Okay, that goes up. Maybe we could do it the other side as well. Let's do it the other side as well. I think that'll look good. Okay. Right. And let's put some windows in. Why wouldn't we do that? Loving our windows at the moment. Let's put some windows in. We'll try 3. Okay. Same design the other side. 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Yeah. And then you. Okay. Now then. What am I actually doing here? What am I actually doing? We need to extend this deck out. Let's put the power in for this. It's going to go across there. It's going to go. It will go up here. Nope. Stop it. Ugh. It's not playing very nicely with me now. Go up there. And then we'll go up here. Like this. 2. Good. And then the other side we're going to match the same. Don't know where the main power is going to come in. Would make sense to follow that line under here. Where it connects to, I don't know. We could take it off one of these. We'll see. We'll work that out later. Now then. What level are we at? How am I going to do this? If this is the level of our deck, which it is, I've probably come up too high here because we are going to... Let's just, instead of trying to work out in my brain, we're going to... That's going to go there. That will drop water in. So it needs to go up one higher. This needs to go up one more. Okay. Where's that one? Needs to go up one more. Okay. So now we need another water. There. Oh no. Oh, yuck. Yuck. That's not going to work for me. Okay. All right. Weird design time. There. That there. Probably, yeah, that there. Let's put in a little design. 1, 2. 1, 2, and then we put in that. Okay. Repeat. 1, 2, 3. Goes up to the top. One of those. One of those. One of those. One of those. Okay. Water, and then which one was it? It's this one. One of those. And then that one there. That one there. And to finish it off, power. Fantastic. That looks great. That looks so good. Okay, the problem is now is what do I do at the top? Right, now we've got that. Let's work out what's going on up here. Well, we're gonna need a platform to take... Have I done this wrong? It's going to pour water in. It's not great. It's not worked out perfect, but we're gonna go with it regardless. Okay. Bring this across here. Do I need to do that? Probably not. But I do need to put that there. And then we need to make some pools at the top here. That's going to go across there like that. And oh no. Okay. We're going to carry on. We're going to carry on. We're going to keep moving forward with this. Fill that in. So that makes a pool, and then we're going to put in a floodgate in case it overflows, and that's just going to fall down through the grill unless I decide to do anything crazy with it in the future, which, let's be honest, I'm going to, but for now that is a pretty good design to allow that to work. We now need to do it. Oh, I've just realized, is that the same over there? Have I just boxed myself in? Oh, I have, look. Okay. Two, one, over. I blocked myself in with the metro system. Brought it to a bit of a dead end back there. 80. Okay. That's good. And then we just solidify that. Okay. Next. 2 for the metro. 1 for the steel. That's going to come over there like that. And then I need those there. They do that, which allows me to put in a floodgate here, and then that just goes there. Good. Just got this side to do. Put 2 there. And then what's happening here? Okay, that's a little bit different. I'll fix that path in a moment. That does that. And then this does this. And then you need to be one of these. 80. 80. There we go. Now, I made a bit of a mess here. Not a problem. I might... okay. Oh, I don't know where I'm going with this. I really don't know where I'm going with this design. It's all getting a little bit weird again, but that does look sick. Look at that. Look how good that looks. Much happier with that design than the last one. It's getting a little bit high again though, so I do need to be careful with that. And what we're doing with the front, we do want to have... oh, I don't know what we need to have. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let us continue. And the bit that we want to continue with now is we are going to look at this here, it would make sense for us to do this. Make this a straight path up and then approach it from this direction here, which will then allow me to create a platform that sails across here. But the way we're going to do that is going to put two there, we're going to put you there like that, and then I can make a bit of a pattern there like that, and then like that. Right, now we've got a solid platform. I need to do the same on this side, kind of hoping I can sail over this. I can. That is wonderful. There we go. Good. Now I know I'm a level off. I have to be mindful of that. We can have another metro station there. Gets me to that level. Or do we go up one higher and then level off up here? Decisions. It would make sense. It would. It's kind of going to be a pointless platform underneath here unless I bring power and things. We're going to make a bit of a pointless level. It's because I got the height of these pumps wrong. But we can use the mistake to extend out the metro system. We might even be able to use the mistake to get power under here as well from these pumps. We could do that as well. So we bring power out and then down. Let's do that. We're going to bring power out of these. Oh, hold on. Water, water. Yeah, that works. We're going to bring the power out of these like this, and then we're going to bring it under the platform here, and then we'll delete that, and then we've got power underneath here, and then we have another staircase that goes up to the next level, and then we're going to board this off. Like this. That's going to need a 1. Will it let me do that? It will not let me do that. It will let me do a 2 there. Okay. Let's just make all that wood like that. And then make a bit of a pattern there. And then we'll do the same here. 3, 3, 3. Which way is that going? 2, 2. Like that. Put that in there like that. Okay. Nice. that brings us up to the top deck. Did I? No, hold on. Where's my metro? This one here. Delete those. Delete that. And then bring these up one more. And then we're going to put in this. And then have that up there. And finish off that and that. Right. So now we are level with the water, which allows me to put in oh no, it doesn't. Oh, insert bad word. Well, okay. Where can I make that come up? What is it? Pathway, isn't it? This way would make sense if it came up there. That's probably a better place for it to surface. Like that. Now we just need to lay over that, and that will give us space for these guys. Why is that red? Oh. Are they? Okay, no. And you like that. That. Okay. This comes to here. Like this. There we go. Oh. And oh, this isn't going to work either, because I'm going to cut off the pathway over here, aren't I? Oh, this metro is not going to work up here, is it? We're going to have to build it on stilts. And even when it's built on stilts, okay. Oh, that's not gone together how I kind of wanted it to, but it still looks good. It still looks good. Got this wasted sort of space at the back here we could do something with. $34 water, 71 days left, 187 beavers. Has all the water gone out of this yet? No, they're still pumping it. They're still pumping the water. And that's all run out of water up there. I can't move. Oh, look, they finished this. That's good. No more bad water coming out of that. What else are they doing? It seems to be... They're building like... There's so many projects going on. I have no idea what they're building and what they're not right now. I think all this, yeah, that all needs doing still. I'm sure they've got more important things to do. Oh no, that is all green still. Are they still managing to do this, or have they got stuck? It's just metal blocks. It's probably just metal blocks. Need a lot of them. Okay, well, let's ignore that and go back to what we were doing. Where is it's here now? So this now has all of the stuff underneath that it needs to start a district. It has... Oh, I could build the district up here, couldn't I? Is that enough room? Three. Oh, that could be quite good. Let's change... Let's change this to 4. Let's fill that in. Oops. What happened there? Oh, that's good. This can have... The district will go here. District will go here, but it cannot be connected to the pathway because that will make it into a district. Is that okay at the back there? Yeah. Oh, but how do we get... That was probably a really horrible idea I just did, wasn't it? How do I get down? I can't get down. Okay, nice idea. It's not gonna work. Go back to what we had. Okay. We now need to build this way. We need to build outwards. But that's all on the back. So if we're building this way, we're going to need the metro to probably plug in down here too. Where does that go? Is that just a straight line? I think there's a straight line here. Oh, it is a straight line, but it's also... My storage is coming in. That metro there... hold on. Oh, can we... Probably not. Blocked myself in with that. What about off here? I'm looking for a route right now to take the metro. I don't think I can oversail that. No, I can't. am I gonna... Oh, rubbish. It looks like there is a route, but I've got to do a bit of... Unfortunately, a bit of demolition. So we can come up. We can go all the way across to that side. And just because it's me, I'm going to have to do it the other side as well. Okay. That goes that way. So that will bring the metro across to the other side, and I've just got to do a few repairs. Okay, and I believe that was a water pump. It goes in here. Which way does it go around? Can't remember. It's that way, isn't it? Yep, it's that way. That way. There we go. Okay, that's fine, and it now means that we have the metro running on the other side. And I want to bring this down to the ground again, and then we can build it back up. There we go. And we're going to quite simply bring this in here. There we go, and add that there. Now this will allow me to go up to whatever level we need to get to. And it's connected to the front one. And it's starting to create quite a complex ring, so they can get around efficiently. It's looking like some steampunk contraption. Look at the state of that. Some robot from War of the Worlds. It's mad. The good thing about this one, though, it currently works, whereas the last one that we built was useless. Boy, was it useless. Okay, let's complete the path circuit, otherwise we end up in that useless territory again. There we go. That's great. "67 days, 188 beavers. I don't know. I don't know. 8,000 food. The food's going to run out before the water. I guarantee you that's going to happen. The food will run out before the water. And that's where we may have to intervene a little bit. Now, this is going to be the tricky part. How am I going to do this? I need to build... We are going to have storage running on this side. Okay. Now that storage is going to have fermented mushrooms on the bottom. And then it's going to have algae rations. And then, At the top, it's going to have mushrooms, and this one's going to have algae. This is just the start. I've got a feeling we're going to have to extend this out to make more areas for this. Oh no, this isn't gonna... Okay. Let's remove this. We will work out the pathway in a moment. What we're gonna do is create... Oh, I know what we could do there. Instead of wasting that space, we could have another storage down there, and then put our wands. How much space is behind there? 2. Okay. That goes there. We'll work out what to do with those in a minute. They're just there now because they're extra. And then we're going to put in our gardens, our water gardens. That one here, because there is a floodgate right there. No, we're not even going to allow that to dictate it. We're going to delete the floodgates there. We've got floodgates on the other side of this, so it's fine. I'm not worried about that. Let's carry on. Okay. And then all of these are going to be mushrooms. Prioritize. V, you, and you. And then all of these are going to be algae. Prioritize. You, and you. Can't believe I'm building a district just for this. This is like way over the top. I don't normally do this. I don't know why I've got obsessed with building districts that do different things. It's not a very efficient way to play the game, I'm going to be honest. If anyone's playing the game like this, don't. Because it's just, you don't need to make it this complicated, by the way. I don't even know why I am. I'll put a 2 in. Okay. 3. And then we're going to put in a level here for a metro station. Is this a good idea? Think before I do this, because I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea. I think what is a better idea is coming out for metro station there, then a 2 and a 3 there to carry the pathway on, which allows me to come out here. But why is that helping me? I don't know why that's... don't know why that's... oh, I can't do that, can I? That's not going to work. I don't want that to be messy, but it already kind of is. Okay, I'm going to come back to that, because what I do know is I need to get beavers to these levels here. This is what happened last time I built this. I really made a mess of this. So to get onto this, we are going to need... Right, this is where I'm going to have to concentrate. Right, in order to get onto this run, right, that's level 1 complete. Now, to do level 2, we could do a design like that, which would take me up to the next level. Okay. If you watched the last video, the reason I've gone quiet is this broke my brain last time of doing this. And I think if I repeat this design on every level, we're going to be able to get up pretty efficiently. Yeah, this is looking much better. I actually don't think there is a doorway there. There isn't, but I'm still gonna make them go. Think. Oh, does this now no longer work? It doesn't, does it? We can do that. That works. Okay, that works. How did I do that? I can't remember. How did I... What did I do? Went up, I went up. I can't even work that out in my own. There we go. That goes like that, and then this comes across here. Right, that should do it. Now, it looks like we can go up another one. Okay. Like this, and then we can do the same design here. Does that? And that does that? Yep. Okay, that is wonderful. Now that has been done. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have to destroy this. Because on this level, what we can do is bring across the stair. And that's gonna be the other side's a little bit more. Is it a little bit more tricky? It might be easier actually, hold on. It might be, oh no it's not. It's... Yeah, it's a little bit more tricky the other side, because of the way the staircase runs. It would have to be, I think we'd have to destroy this one. And then bring that path over here. And then there we go. Well, that came together actually quite nicely in the end. Yeah, that came together really nicely. So we can see all the pathways work, which is great. We have a metro line, which also works, can get them down from the bottom to the top, but then they can run all up the stairs and they can access all of these areas that they need to. And then if I need to extend this higher, we can do it. The problem is I've got no water storage. Okay. We have no water storage, and that is pretty important. So we're going to have to go up another level. Not a problem. I don't think it's a problem. Right. Oh, that's interesting. They've made it so you can put stuff through those now. That's new. I didn't know you could do that. It let me put a 2 up through a metal pathway. Now the question is, how do I get a pathway up here, because my design got messed up? We would need... Oh, that's not ideal, is it? That's not ideal. I wonder if I could... Yeah, I can. That doesn't help me get the... doesn't help me get the water to where it's needed. Oh, okay, I've got a little bit of a nightmare here. This will create a direct path for the water to be brought to the storage area, which is great. I'm loving that. But now I need to get... Now I need to get the pathway from down here. This is where it turns into an absolute nightmare jigsaw puzzle. I think we've worked it out. Now the water can be taken down to the hydrophonic from the top. The water gets delivered into here via that way, and then, yeah, that does work. That is great. Let's put back this. What was I doing? I mean, really, we could just do that, couldn't we? That's how I did it there. Okay, pathway. Goes in there, that one, that way. There we go. Okay, great. So we have our water. Our metro is linked up all around this area. we have our water pumps bringing water up to the top, which is then collected and placed in the water storage. In the water storage, it then goes to the farms, which makes the algae and the mushrooms, and then those are stored on the left and right. And in the middle of all of this chaos, we have storage for all the wood, all the metal blocks, and everything that this needs to move forward. And we're going to have our space down here left for our district crossing. Wow. I mean, this design is so much better. It's so neat and it looks great compared to the monstrosity I had last time. It's got this action like it looks like a freaking spider. It's taking the water out and delivering it up higher. This is going to look great. This is going to look great when it's done. Okay, let's set this to water. Do we prioritize these? I think these are prioritized. Okay, that's good. The only thing about this colony now is I don't really want to ruin the look of this design, and I need to build housing for it. So we're going to have wings off on the left and right for housing. I might even straighten this up into a box. Why wouldn't I do that? I think there is a reason at the moment. I think we have a load of bad water come through here at the moment. That's no reason why I wouldn't. Maybe in the future. I've got to see what's happening when the water starts coming through here again. I've got a feeling that I've got to. Yeah, it's this. This needs to be blocked up. I left that there to remind myself I needed to do it. Because I think that water is coming. Yeah, it's coming down here at the moment. Okay. Right. I think that is a good place to leave the build. We're going to do a quick tour and look at how everything is of the colony, and then we'll probably call it there. So we managed to build and design this, which I am totally in love with. I think this looks great. And that all connects to our pumping station in the middle. The water's going to come down there. Still a lot of work to do here with the pumping station to get the water out. This has all been finished except for this one back here. But looking at this, I think the pumps are done. And because they are... Yeah, I think they're done, aren't they? Okay, well, I want to... I'm gonna make a decision and leave this water in the bottom. This water is going to be used to keep the crops alive down here, because they're gonna starve. This food will run out before the water, and I guarantee that's gonna happen already on what I'm looking at here. They're gonna run out of food before they run out of water, and I'm gonna fix that now. We are gonna stop. How do I do this? We are going to stop. I think water doesn't... Yeah, okay, so water doesn't come in here. We're also going to stop the delivery of... We'll keep the berries going, but we're going to stop the delivery of these. We'll keep mangroves on, but we'll stop the delivery of those. Because otherwise these are all going to starve. They're all going to starve, all of them. And they'll all die and will permadeath. And I can control what goes in and out of the colonies. Now, this colony up here has nothing. It has no way to make its own food. No way to make its own water. So I'm probably going to leave these guys alone. We have got a load of wood down here. Why aren't they... Have I not... It's all set for chopping, is it? Because... Okay, well, we don't... None of these... to be on anymore because they're not doing anything. Pause all of those. That should, yeah, that should allow some beavers to come and cut that. Yeah, they're going to cut that wood down. Get that because we need it. We've only got 95 wood. So that's okay. 5 beavers not doing anything. Let's turn on one of the building places. Let's get them doing something. These guys, I'm going to leave them on. I'm not going to mess around with the ecosystem here too much. But we don't need these. Is that it? There's 2 more, isn't there? There's those 2. Okay. Got 6, so we can turn on another one of these. Another 2 of those. Oh, is that set to... No. Okay. Get some more builders. They may as well do something. They're all collecting. Let's... I think they've cut all the wood down. So we'll just stop this. And then he's going to complain that he's got nothing to do. So he's not needed. Little research stations are going. Oh, look, I have... Oh, do you know what? We will start the next episode by starting to build the monument. It looks like we have enough research points to do that. We're heading to that end game, guys. I'm either going to die of thirst, which is looking quite possible right now, or we're going to build the Repopulator, which I would prefer to do and let them all die. We've kind of come a long way with these guys. But I am going to use this save as a possible jumping off point because I did promise you that I would show you all this stuff built, and I'm going to keep my word on that. So, in normal fashion, I muted my microphone because I must have coughed. Because as you guys can probably hear, not feeling great. But I'm really excited where the series has gone. I'm excited to see if we survive. It's a big ask. I think the food is going to run out before the water does. And we might have to do a bit of micromanagement to save them if that's the case. But let's be optimistic. Let's see how they do. And I look forward to greeting you all in Oakenwood in the next episode. But until then, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and see you next time.